So I'm going to speak about the current situation on young women and girls in New Zealand, which will highlight the inequities they face when it comes to participation and their wider involvement and visibility within sport and physical activity. So firstly, leadership. So in leadership, females are underrepresented in decision-making roles at all levels. So in governance roles, only 20% are female, while 73% are male. In leadership and management, 40% female, while 60% are male. In high performance coaching, 30% female, while 70% are male. And in coach development roles, 33% are female, while 60% are male. And then at the participation level, there are differences between male and females in New Zealand. So on average, females spend about 12% less time participating in physical activity in any given week. And between the ages of 14 to 17 is where we see the biggest drop of female participation compared to males, with a 28% difference at age 17. And then moving on to value and visibility. So opportunities for females in sport and physical activity are not always fair and equal. Females' achievements are less visible in the media, and they are also often stereotyped. Words associated with female and male athletes in the media are very different. For example, female athletes' marital status, age, and words such as strive and participate are used to describe them, whereas males are described as mastermind or fast and dominant. And as well as this, females on average are paid 15% less than their male counterparts in the sports sector, which is the #1 barrier to progression, particularly at a leadership capacity in our sector. Cool, so I just wanted to touch on some of the barriers that females face in the sports sector as females face more than our males. So these are the 5 barriers on the slides that are the key reasons that prevent women and girls from being involved in sports, whether it is at a leadership or participation level. So there's the lack of confidence, fear of judgment, appearance, body image issues, which obviously relates a little bit more to the participation side of things, male-dominated or favoured environments, and lack of time. Cool, and the motivations, particularly at a participation level, the main driver for most young women and girls is enjoyment and the socializing with friends, and then as well as the other 3 mentioned on the screen. And then males tend to enjoy the competitive side of sports a little bit more. Cool, so we have covered the situation of young women and girls and the motivations and barriers that they face. I'd like to now introduce the HERA framework and how it can help you address some of the issues that young women and girls are facing today. So HERA Everyday Goddess is an initiative that was rolled out by the organisation Active with the aim of empowering young women and girls to be more active for life. So for those who don't know, Active is an umbrella organisation that works in partnership with the 4 regional sports trusts in Auckland. So the HERA framework points out 5 main principles that support sports clubs and organisations in creating a suitable environment for young women and girls. So the first being a participant-led approach. And this means that the girls have a chance to co-design a program, as girls are more likely to buy into a program if they have the chance to co-design it, as they will get exactly what they want out of it. The second principle, flexibility and adaptability. So this means that the program can be adjusted to suit young women and girls at any time, and this is done through regular feedback from the target audience. So this can be done through surveys or just questions and conversation. And the questions can be as simple as, what did you enjoy? What didn't you enjoy? What do you want to see more of? And how can I communicate with you better? The third principle is relationship building. And as I mentioned before, so a motivation for girls participating in physical activity is a safe environment. So in order to create an optimal positive learning environment where the girls are comfortable, continuous relationship building between the girls, the coaches, and the key influencers, so their parents and teachers, and their peers, must be supported. And then the fourth principle, collaboration. So this means a holistic approach with a collective impact. So collaborating with the right people or organizations can create high engagement, particularly with girls who are otherwise normally unreachable. And lastly, empowerment. So the girls and the people who surround the girls must feel empowered to participate, to deliver, and to support. So giving young women and girls the confidence and motivation to be involved in physical activity and to lead it will result in the lifelong love of sport and physical activity. Cool. So further to the HERA framework, I'd like to introduce two guides that will give you hands-on support on how to implement these principles. So the first is a coaching guide, which is relevant for all coaches and leaders that are involved with young women and girls at any capacity. So the coaching guide informs us of the motivations and barriers that the young women and girls face and how we can address them so that the coaches and leaders can create environments that the women and girls can flourish in. Cool. And then the second is a parent guide for all the parental figures of the young women and girls, informing them on how they can motivate, support, and communicate with their young women and girls so that they have a positive experience and enjoy being physically active in the long term.